Hello students, in this class we shall be writing a critical appreciation of W.B. Yeats' poem A Prayer for My Daughter. Critical appreciation is a very important part of the question answer process regarding any poem. It is generally a very important question from examination point of view. So every student must know how to go about writing a critical appreciation of any given piece of poetry. Let's begin with an introduction. A Prayer for My Daughter is one of Yeats' most celebrated poems. It was occasioned by the sight of his infant girl on a stormy day. He begot his eldest child, a daughter, in January 1919. One day, a few days or weeks after her birth, a storm howled outside his house in the old Norman tower called Thur Ballery in County Galway. The storm disturbed his mind. He looked at his infant daughter Annie Battler Yeats, asleep in her cradle, and prayed for her thereafter. He began to compose the poem but left it unfinished. He took it up again and finished it in June 1919. Later, it was published in his poetic volume of 1921 entitled Michael Roberts and the Dancer. The subject: the poem is an elaborate lyric of 80 lines. It has been divided into 10 stanzas of 8 verses each. The poetic thought of the poem consists of a solemn prayer for certain natural gifts in his daughter and a commentary on the heartlessness of a great beauty. The reference is indirectly to Maud Gonne's cruelty to the poet's love. The poem is marked by a strong protective attitude and a prayer for a balanced life of happiness for the young child. There is uncertainty and instability in the world outside. The future appears to be equally uncertain. I have walked and prayed for this young child an hour, and heard the sea wind scream upon the tower, and under the arches of the bridge, and scream in the elms above the flooded stream. Imagining in excited reverie that the future years had come, dancing to the frenzied drum out of the murderous innocence of the sea. In these circumstances, the poet prays that may the gifts of God be such as to endow the young child with qualities which would win her friends and happiness. The poet prays for the future well-being and happiness of his darling daughter. He wishes that she should have beauty, but not that overmuch beauty which makes women vain and cruel, and which makes them unappreciative even of sincere and true love. May she be granted beauty, and yet not beauty to make a stranger's eye distraught, or hers before a looking glass, for such being made beautiful overmuch. Consider beauty a sufficient end. Lose natural kindness, and maybe the heart revealing intimacy that chooses right and never find a friend. The poet wishes her to be married in an aristocratic family of traditional sanctities and manners, governed by the customary laws of courtesy. We shall be continuing the critical appreciation in the next video.